All right, Comp One, let's take a look at where we are. Hope you had a great weekend and we're looking forward to a nice week ahead. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you and we will just kind of do a little bit of a touch base with what we're doing. So let's see here. Wow. All right. We're already week 10. We are more than halfway through. We're well over halfway through. We're working all the way through till week 16. And so you literally have 6 weeks between now and the time when this class will be over. Just so you know, this class doesn't have a final. So, well, we do have a final project, but it's due before finals week. So during finals week, you can say, well, I don't have to mess with any of this comp stuff. So you can look forward to that. Let's take a look at week 10. This week is pretty straightforward. I want you to work really hard on this essay. I'm not assigning any extra readings. I'm not assigning a whole lot, other than you just got to really work hard on this essay. So by the end of this week, you should be completed with your outline and you should be done with your summaries. So you'll hand in your summaries to Blackboard by Friday night at midnight. And you're going to upload your essay 3 rough draft to the discussion board number 3. So, so basically by Friday midnight, you should have completed a very, very best possible, the best you can do essay 3. Okay. Sometimes people are uploading these kind of half done, things. And remember, if you upload something that's garbage, there's not much help that they can give you. You already know it's not great. And so the whole point of peer review is so that someone else can look at your essay and help you, to give you some kind of feedback to make it better than what you could do without their help. And so if you're not taking advantage of that, that's really a shame. So make sure that you are taking full advantage. So those are the 3 things that you must do this week. And the thing is, so you're going to upload that rough draft, and by Wednesday of next week, you'll need to have commented on at least 2 people's posts, so that you'll do the peer review for at least 2 people in this class. Now, the thing about essay 3, I want to remind you, I went over this last week, but remember in essay 3, if you take a look in the essay 3 project materials folder, I give you, first of all, I give you the works cited entries. So you can just copy and paste those for your summaries. Remember that you have to do works cited entries for your summaries, and you have to have the citation. So the page range needs to come at the end. Most of you guys got that last time, but some of you guys missed it. So make sure to take a look at the instructions and the example for your summary. But also you're going to need to have a works cited entry for your essay, because you're going to be doing an analysis of that person's article. And so you'll have to have a works cited. Now, you see the way I have these works cited entries, there's a hanging indentation. It needs to look exactly the way that I've given it to you, because I mean, if I'm giving this to you, and it should be right. It's on essay 4, I'm going to require that you find your own summaries, or not summaries. I'm going to require that you find your own citations, and you're going to be in charge of your citations 100% in essay 4. So right now is the time to try to figure out what all this means, and take full advantage of the fact that I'm giving you this for free. So take a look at that. Going back to the essay 3 project materials folder, let's take a quick look at, again, you want to reread the assignment sheet. But the big thing I really want to show you guys is this example essay. So if you look at the example essay, everything here is if you're smart, you take a look at what this student did. You can read the article that the student, this was in our old textbook, but you can read this article. This is the article that the student is doing an analysis of. And then you can read the actual analysis that the student wrote. And this student got an A. So that's pretty awesome whenever you can look at someone else's essay and know exactly what I'm looking for to get an A in the class. Now this one, I believe this particular essay is a little longer than I require your essay to be, but hey, it's a really good example. So you can take a quick look at that, take a long look at it, take a slow look. You don't have to take a quick look. So make sure to look at that and really study it over before you hand in your rough draft. Okay, so having said that, you're working on your essay 3, and you're going to go to the discussion boards number 3, just like we did for the last 2. and you're going to have that by Friday this week. Right now, I'm grading your SA2s. So far, I really have been pleased with what I've seen. I think the biggest issue I've seen so far is people forgetting to put citations in their essays. Remember that anytime you quote or you paraphrase or you summarize, you'll always need that in-text citation, and go back over those readings from the past couple of weeks if you've forgotten how to do that. Also in SA2, there's a video that I show you how to do basic citation for quotes and for paraphrases. So if you need a refresher on that, just go back to the last week's videos or the last essays videos, and you can find that out. Speaking of videos, if you go to our SA3 folder, the nice thing is, I also still have those lectures here, and you can, if you'd like, these are older videos of me explaining Aristotle's 3 appeals. You also had a reading to do last week about Aristotle's 3 appeals, but if you want to watch my explanation, you can do that as well. You don't have to bring in Aristotle's 3 appeals to SA3. However, most people do, simply because it's interesting and it gives you something that you can use when you're analyzing another person's argument. Remember, in SA3, your goal is to analyze another person's argument. You're not responding to the argument. You're not explaining their argument. You are analyzing it. So there's more to be done than simply just writing a book report. You're going to need to do all the things that we talked about in the assignment sheet. So you'll have an introduction, introducing the general topic. So whatever the general topic is, you introduce that. And then eventually in the introduction, you're going to have to state the author's name and the article. And then you're going to have a thesis statement that is going to have something to do with the strength or the weakness of the argument. So you're going to be arguing in a way that it's a strong argument or a weak argument, and you're going to be demonstrating why in your essay. Again, take a look at the videos that I have in this folder, and I explain everything in detail. You can watch them as many times as you like. In addition to that, take a look at the example essay. So that is what we're doing this week. Just as a recap, one more time, by the time this week is over, you should have uploaded, so handed in your summaries. They're both due Friday at midnight. You should be done with your outline. And of course, if you're done with your outline, you should be moving on to your rough draft, which is due on the discussion boards by Friday at midnight. And remember, again, your rough draft should not just be garbage. And I know a lot of times, in high school and early on, we look at it as it's just garbage. It's just the rough draft. Believe me, that's wasting time. And I assume you don't want to waste your time. So the point is to get the best possible essay done by Friday at midnight, so other people can look at it and they're going to catch things that you don't catch. And then you have all next week to make revisions and updates to your essay so that you hand in a better essay than what you could have done alone. I'm grading SA2. I should have all of those graded by probably midweek next week, possibly by the end of this week. It just depends on how long it takes me to get through these. These are a little harder sometimes to grade than the narrative essays. But I always promise that I get those to you before the next essay is due. And so at this point, I see no reason why I wouldn't have your SA2s graded by Wednesday of next week. So just a little update there. Guys, I won't keep you longer than necessary. Again, hopefully you had a great week, and I hope you have a great week ahead of you. If you have any questions, remember that my office hours are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during the 8 a.m. hour, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays during the 2 p.m. hour. You can go to the faculty tab. Here, I'll just show you where that is. If you want to go to the faculty tab, I will be hanging out in this Zoom room during those times. And sometimes I'm not there, especially Tuesdays and Thursdays, a little hard. But if you email me, you can make an appointment. And for many of you guys, you already know, I try to really be flexible and meet you as if for some reason those times don't work for you, but definitely try 8 a.m. hour, and then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the 2 p.m. hour. So just click on the faculty tab and you can see that Zoom link there. I will be hanging out there all day on Monday pretty much, and during the regular office hours the rest of the week. Guys, Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great week.